Well, I don't know if good morning is appropriate, but it is the morning, and I'm in Washington, D.C. Joe Biden will be inaugurated today. I'm on my way, I don't even know where. You can't really see it, so I'm just going to walk around D.C. and let everybody see what's going on. I've started right here. It's pretty funny that this is called the Keck Center, but the National Academy of Sciences. I'm very skeptical of these national academies because there's a lot of them, and it causes me to think that they are all kind of coming from the same place. We've got the National Academy of Television Arts and Sciences, the National Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences. All these things started, after World War II. And I still say that I think it's the War Information Office that created these things to basically sort of control what can and cannot be said. Now, I'll tell you right away, the first thing that I've noticed is that the streets are basically empty. And I am live. I've had no problem going live, which everybody's going to recall 2 weeks ago when Charles and I were here. It was just madness in these streets. So many people filling Washington, D.C. that you just couldn't even get couldn't even connect to a mobile phone tower. And now, reminds me of home. Nobody's around. I want to try to avoid any kind of conflicts at all today. Just not interested in any of that. And so I think a part of that is going to be blending in. I don't want anybody to get upset when they see what is about to happen. But I think to be able to approach and speak with Joe Biden voters, I'm going to need to do something that I personally hate. Got to have the mask. And the hat. I'm hopeful we can get some thoughtful responses from Joe Biden voters today. And I'm going to try to minimize showing myself with this shit on my head. I can also tell you that hotels were a lot more expensive this time. I don't know why that is, but I want to thank all the generous Subscribestar and Patreon sponsors who make all of these shows possible. It's going to become increasingly important that people sponsor the show. I think we're going to see a lot more censorship, a lot more YouTube channel cancellation, just generally difficulties doing the types of things that people who didn't vote for Joe Biden generally want to do. Now, I feel like the courthouse is like right here to the left. No, this is it. Yeah, down there, down that alley this is where we used to visit Imran Awan. So the Capitol is pretty close. I think it's over this way. I really came here today, knowing that I'm not gonna, wow, they're ready to tow. They are ready to tow. I came here not expecting to actually see the inauguration because I'm pretty sure you have to be a flag or part of the government to do that. But I just wanted people to be able to contrast Washington, D.C. today with Washington, D.C. from 2 weeks ago. And I just felt it was important to be here. Charles was unable to join me, so I'm solo. And that's why I think it's increasingly important, or I should say exceptionally important, for me to have the hat, just so that people don't bug me. And now wait a minute, did the live stop? No, it looks like it's still going. Okay. So I mean, right there we've got two little pieces of data that help us understand what's going on in terms of the enthusiasm for this Joe Biden inauguration. The Obamas have arrived, Angela tells us. Oh my God. I mean, look, my concerns here are that we are seriously taking a turn towards a technocratic socialist republic, and the implications of that have not yet been fully realized. And there we go. And right out of the bag we have the sound doing its wonderful thing. I thought I had that problem licked. Let's see if we can resolve this here. Bit of a challenge. Come on now. 1, 2, check, check, check. Okay, we're back. Technical difficulties don't seem to leave me alone. For those just tuning in, I'm wearing this to prevent myself from being recognized. I meant to bring sunglasses. Unlike 2 weeks ago, I do not want a lot of attention. Yeah, Johnny Beam says he thinks this is the end of America in so many ways. I'm not trying to be pessimistic, but I totally agree. I don't understand people who felt that martial law was going to somehow help us. Now, that guy holding the American flag, I got to say, seems more like a Trump supporter. But let's see where I am or am not allowed to go today. Gentlemen, am I allowed to enter?
No.
Where am I allowed to be?
The whole event's closed.
Sorry?
The whole event's closed. There's no public access whatsoever.
No public access to the event.
Correct.
So where in Washington, D.C. am I allowed to go?
Outside this fence.
So nowhere inside this fence.
Correct.
Can I follow the fence around? Oh, that's the...
Sidewalks are also closed for loitering, so you have to keep moving.
You have to keep them...
Get in, get the turn and go. No bikes today. Bikes are allowed in tomorrow.
You know, the Capitol is usually the one thing you can see the easiest in Washington, you know, Washington. I can't see, I haven't seen it yet.
Come over to that side, please.
So, where can I go to steal it here? I can't even see it.
You won't be able to.
Huh.
Hey, sir, where you headed to?
What do you think about that?
I think it's ridiculous. I think it's the most overkill of security I've seen in my lifetime or ever will see again.
Do you live in Washington, D.C.?
No, I live in Florida, Tampa. But I think it's nuts. I mean, obviously it's overkill.
Guys, out of the street, please. Out of the street, over to that corner.
Yeah.
We're not allowed to talk on the street.
Oh.
I think we could be beaten up or shot. So, you voted for Joe Biden, right?
No.
You didn't? Okay.
No.
I didn't either. I'm wearing this hat so I don't get attacked. So what do you think about all this?
No, it's nonsense. I mean, it's just such a tremendous waste of resources. It's just unbelievable. I've never seen anything like it. You never will again. I mean, talking about overkill and the pendulum swinging the other way is just off the chart. Off the chart. So I don't know why. I don't know.
What do you expect from a Joe Biden presidency?
Ooh, steps towards socialism.
What about martial law, totalitarian lockdowns where you can't travel freely throughout the city?
I'm not worried about that.
You're not worried about that? It just happened to you 5 seconds ago.
Well, it's not going to stay like this, I don't think.
How do you know?
Well, I don't. But I'm from Tampa, and Florida is wide open. Everything's open. Here, you go to a restaurant. I even chuckled last night. I was getting really cold, and I went to a restaurant and just got to walk in, and I looked around and said, man, the only place you can eat is outside. I said, I'm freezing. I'm not doing that. It's crazy. So they need to open up. I think maybe the Democrats will open up. Well, because now Biden's president. I would think they would, because Florida is proving that it's working fine.
You think there's going to be any violence today, like 2 weeks ago?
No, but good. No. If someone be willing to bet money, I'll bet money. Answer is no.
And And
None.
do you think that they're going to succeed in convicting Donald Trump?
If they do, I'll be very upset. They better not.
Do you think he was responsible for the riot?
No. Sure. I mean, can you blame him a little bit? Yeah, maybe you can, but you know, I don't think that he thought they were going to do that, because even him, he's not that dumb. I don't think he's that stupid.
And have you heard about this guy, John Sullivan? Do you know who that is?
No.
25 or 26-year-old kid from Utah who's an Antifa activist that was at the tip of the spear of the riot. He's one of the guys that video recorded Ashley Babbitt being shot. His adoptive father is a disgraced retired Air Force general who was reprimanded for mishandling the transfer of nuclear warheads to Taiwan. And now John Sullivan's own brother turned him into the FBI, claiming he was the leader of the riot, and you haven't even heard anything about it.
No, nothing.
They released him from jail on an ankle monitor, but they're holding the Water Buffalo Lodge Grand Poobah, or whatever that guy with the David Lee Roth face paint,
Well,
QAnon shaman.
well, I've heard from so many people and so many news clips and so many videos that there had to be some infiltration of people other than Trump people. So I have no idea. It just seems crazy. It seems like that obviously there's lots of inside help, different places. Who knows?
Look at what's behind you there. Sullivan was interviewed by CNN right after storming the Capitol, and he was present with a CNN reporter in there. Huh. Anyway, nice speaking to you, sir. Have a good day.
You too.
Take care. I guess we can't get anywhere near it.
Here's my thing. All I want to do is see the Capitol. You can't see the Capitol. You go through, you cannot. The biggest
that way?
it is, you can't see it at all.
You can't even.
Now I looked. I saw the flag, a few flags out in the mall. I know they're in front of the Capitol, but you can't see the Capitol as big as it is because the buildings are blocking the view. Isn't that something? At least from this angle, you can't.
I'm going to walk around and see if I can see it.
I'm gonna try again. Yeah.
Have a nice day.
Yeah, you too.
So there we go. Somebody came from Tampa. Now that's interesting. I did not want that to be on. One, two. There we go. Okay, so this microphone will only be on when I turn it on. I think it's going to be a little bit of a disappointing, well, perhaps this is an understatement, a little bit of a disappointing day. I arrived last night. That might have been a mistake as well. I probably could have just showed up this morning, but I thought it was important to see what's going on. Why is there so much interference with the audio today? I thought I had this problem licked. Check. Come on now. Check 1, 2. Check. It's just not going to cooperate, is it? All right, there we go. That's amazing. You can't get anywhere near it. And now where'd the sound go? Okay. Wow. I don't know. This is a new cable. Hopefully, we're not going to get too much of that problem, but who the hell knows? You know, when I was arriving yesterday, a lot of people anticipated, you know, huge delays and whatever. There was a lot of Army people around the city last night. Now, wait a minute, there's people walking right in there that aren't cops. Let's see if we can go. The gate is open. More Army in there. I think they said they want these fences to stay.
This is the main place for us. Unless you're a farmer, fisherman, or you run a hotel, there's not much going on down there, right? So, yeah, left pretty quick. I go back every year. Sometimes 2 or 3 times a year. I just love it. Yeah, it is. Home's home. Right? I really miss walking.
So this looks like some kind of press access, but I don't know. So we can see the National Guard have got the plastic cuffs on, ready to arrest people. I guess they're anticipating violence and they've got police tags on. So these guys must be among the 2,000 deputized guardsmen that we've heard about. I don't think anybody there is going to get access. Check, check, check. Feel the wind. Where is that helicopter? I don't think I'd feel the rotor wash from that all the way down here. Is there anywhere you can go to see anything at all? Thanks. And they're not letting press in over there, right?
I have no idea, sir.
No idea. You're DC Metro?
DC Police.
That's DC Metro, right?
Metropolitan Police Department.
Right. All right, thanks. I don't know, why are police totally unable to give a straight answer? Yeah, so anyway, when I arrived last night, there were a lot of military people around. And I mean, all these people who love the 17th letter of the alphabet and thought it would be a good idea to do martial law. I don't agree with that. I don't think these people in the Army are trained to deal with civilians, and even individuals that we see who are trained to deal with civilians aren't very polite or professional most of the time. Oh, well, wait a minute. This was the most stunning. Look at this. This is when I arrived. How many nights will you be staying there? Can you believe that? The police now ask you where you're going, what's your business, what are you doing, can't go here, can't go there. Here's the Department of Labor. Looks like we can enter here. Oops. This says, attention. Entering the secured area, you consent to being searched.
I don't think so. Not that we know of anyway.
It's okay to go this way? So, all right, that's interesting. Inside the fence. The militarized Washington, D.C. zone. That's amazing how much crappier. Wow. Listen to how muffled the voice sounds with the mask on. I find myself unable to hear what most people are saying. Yeah, this is the parking garage. That's the courthouse over there, I'm pretty sure. And this right here is where I was chasing down Imran Awan, if people remember that. I don't think there's any police force in Washington, D.C. other than D.C. Metro. That's amazing. So tents, stay. Tents are fine. Well, I guess maybe this was just, I think I'm walking away from the Capitol right now. The Capitol is down to my right. I'm going the wrong way. And you can't go in there. Hi.
How you doing?
Pretty good. Look at how restricted your movement is throughout the city. You just can't go anywhere. Well, fun moment for my former, can people see what that is? 3D. A little too much glare on the D. Third and D. This guy's got Marmaduke with him. Doesn't look like a crowdsource the truth viewer. Well, this is not really the way to go. I think I want to go back down towards the Capitol and see if I can get closer to that. Either we got army guys just crawling all over.
Yeah, I think it's working. Yeah, because he was bad.
It's amazing. This microphone can really pick up a lot. So there's really nowhere that you can go to watch it, right?
13th Street is where we're told to send everybody. So
Okay.
I don't know if they have a viewing area.
Do you know how to get
down
there?
It's down this way because there's 4th Street right there.
All right.
Let's head down to 13th Street.
Thanks. 13th Street. That doesn't, I don't know if that's right. Let me get the comments going here and then people can kind of tell me if they hear anything and we get a little conversation going, maybe back and forth. I was not too impressed with the speech that Trump gave this morning. basically just said, hey, thanks, see ya. Yeah, Salty Muse is reminding me that we've got a rutabaga who's going to be the president. It's just really astounding, you know. I don't know if people saw Laura Loomer's webpage, or loomer.us. Laura has been denied the purchase of a handgun in Florida, where I think all you have to do is be a resident of Florida to buy a handgun. And normally they prevent you from doing that if you're a felon, or, I mean, there's certain conditions under which you're not allowed to have a handgun, but Laura's not a felon, and she presumes that she was put on this special list as a result of messing with James Comey. People remember at the Barnes & Noble or whatever that was. Now what is this? J. Henry Daly. I don't even know what this building is, but they're definitely set to shoot people. So those guys got behind the fence somehow. Thirteenth Street. What does everybody think about this? I mean, camel toe hat for a disguise. Yeah, that would have been a good idea. Yeah, Steve must have just joined us, but that's right. The idea is to blend in and not irritate people. So a lot of people now are saying that Trump is a puppet and he was in on this. I don't know that we can draw that conclusion. I think he's definitely, what we're experiencing right now is quite possibly the most epic flameout in the history of flameouts. That's seems to be the case, but you know, everybody says Trump is in on it. You're an idiot for liking Trump. Not everybody, but there are people obviously in that camp. I think he tried to drain the swamp, but failed. The swamp got him in the end. And that swamp is thick. It does not drain easy. And I mean, I'm not blaming Trump. I think he made a lot of mistakes. I was looking at the pardon list. People have been talking about the pardons. I did not anticipate that he was going to pardon Julian Assange. And frankly, I'm convinced that even if he had, British authorities would have found a way to keep him there and charge him with something anyway. I think the British deep state is as deep as it gets. They want to kill Assange as well. I'm not saying that I support Trump not pardoning him, but I'm not surprised. Edward Snowden, I think he could have pardoned him. Wasn't there some kind of court ruling that what Snowden had reported on, the government activity has been determined to be illegal, so therefore what Snowden did was good? Why not pardon him and let him back into the US? The most disappointing lack of pardon to me was no Ross Ulrich. I mean, he's a young guy rotting in jail, never done any violent crimes. Why couldn't Trump pardon him? He's pardoned a lot of sleazy, that mayor from Detroit, these Blackwater guys, what was that all about? Even Steve Bannon, Roger Stone, those guys. Ross is a young guy. His life has been ruined. He's going to die in jail. He's got a life sentence. There's no way Joe Biden is going to pardon him. His mother must be very upset today. A lot of things going on with the sound. I think there must be a lot of radio stuff in use. So here's Sixth Street. Another asshole on a skateboard on the sidewalk. Super windy. How you guys doing?
How's it going, brother?
Jesus loves you.
But he doesn't like guys skateboarding on the sidewalk, does he?
He loves those guys,
Hey man, he loves them skateboarders. They got souls.
I thought you were yelling at the guy for skateboarding on the.
No, I said Jesus loves skateboarders.
Got it.
Jesus loves them.
So are you guys excited for the Joe Biden era?
I'm excited for our country. I'm excited. This is the day the Lord had made. It's a new 4-term president, new inauguration.
4-term.
4 years, a new term for our president. And yes, I'm optimistic. I want to pray for him. I don't, far as party or a person, I vote issues. And that's why we are here, because he's the only answer for America. We're so divided. We need Jesus.
Do you think there's going to be violence today, like 2 weeks ago?
If you came out here with violence, you'd be prepared to go to jail or die.
Yeah, there's a lot of Army guys around. How do you guys feel about the military presence here in the streets?
It's definitely intimidating, but I like it. If you're not about any mischief or anything ill, then it doesn't. I mean, I like their presence.
Really?
Yeah.
But what about the fact that you can't move around the city freely?
We were just talking about that. That's what we don't like. We like their presence, but now I've been up here the whole week, and they used to have checkpoints where you can go all the way down there, you can go all the way in there. I was there the whole week. Now all of a sudden, all the tents are shut down at the checkpoints, and now he just told us that the whole...
You can't go near anything.
None of that you can get in.
What if this is the way it's going to be from now on? They're talking about leaving these fences up here in Washington, D.C.
Really?
Well,
That's a shock.
people in Congress want that because they're afraid that, crazy Trump people are going to attack the Capitol.
That's sickening. That's sickening to hear.
What did you guys think about that attack? Should Trump be, convicted for that and go to jail?
No, definitely not. I was there. I saw it. Now, where I say, far as his responsibility as the president, the commander-in-chief, he could have told him to go down there in peace, which he did, and emphasize it a lot more, and prayer. Because I was down there. I was about 70 feet when the initial group knocked down those little 3-foot fences. There was about 4 or 5 of them, and the officers took running up the hill in the Capitol, and everybody just came in like sand in an hourglass. But I could say this: our president could have spoken, more about peaceful, or go down there and pray. But he did not he didn't make anybody go down there and did what they did. I think the people's emotions was running high, and it was a few people that were feeling some kind of way that were leading the rest of the people. It's like monkey see, monkey do. And they were, just really angry and upset, and they went in, and everybody, I'm seeing people with walkers, old women, I'm seeing families with kids going up past the point of, no trespassing. But the president at no time told them to break any laws. He didn't tell them to go up there and do what they did inside the Capitol, But as the president, yes, I think he could have been more encouraging. For me, I would have loved to hear him talk about, if you go up there in peace and go up there and pray. Going up there yelling at a building or yelling at people and vandalizing and doing what they did in the inside was just unacceptable.
So it sounds like you're saying the police cleared a hole and everybody went in.
No, they didn't do that. The police were running for their lives.
Running for their lives.
I saw videos where the police let them in, several videos. That's my take on it.
Yeah, I've seen where they show that, but you don't really see the whole thing. And I was there, like I said, and I know those policemen were out there guarding that spot. But if you were out here, it was like millions of people. I was at the first event. They said 1.8, 2.4 million. That's what they guesstimated the first rally. The second one wasn't big at all. The third one by far was bigger than the first. So I'm saying 2 million. I don't know the numbers exactly, but I know it was hundreds of thousands. And there were thousands at most officers that were guarding that Capitol. They had to flee for their life, I don't know. I did see some pictures where they were waving at them. I don't know what that was about.
Yeah.
You have to
like
look at
waving
the whole
them in?
They were waving at
They
something.
moved the gates in and let them in.
I saw that, but I'm not going to say that was a conspiracy or they let them in or... I don't know, sir, but I just know what I was. There was people in their raw emotions. They were feeling some kind of way, and We let the emotions dictate, the emotions of the few that were leading the pack dictate the way the crowd just went in. And by that time, you couldn't stop it. We're in here and we're going to keep going, you know?
Do you think it was domestic terrorism?
Some of it was, yes, I would say. Yes, some of it was planned, premeditated, yes, I would agree.
Do you think white men should be suspected of domestic terrorism?
I think evil men, and that's white, black, Italian, Russian, Chinese, whoever. You know, I'm not just singling, it's not and that's the thing for me, is that we got too much black and white, red and blue, Republican, and we're Americans. We need to love each other. We need to get back to agree to disagree. Yes, I don't have to agree like you, but you don't have to
talk. We can have a conversation.
You don't have to disrespect me or punch me or curse me out. We can walk away and say, okay, have a good day.
I feel like race relations have gotten much worse since this all started.
And I can speak as an African American. It's gotten worse on our side. I know it's still bad.
What do you mean worse on your side?
Because you got a younger generation that don't really understand it. You know, they understand what they see in the media and, you know, online, the web and everything. And they have this unforgiving spirit in them, and it's like retribution. They want to pay back what you did to our people, what they see you did. Oh yeah, I want to get back. Where we don't want to be a part. We don't want to be a part of the solution. We need a voice. We don't have voices in America no more. We used to have like a Billy Graham. We used to have like a Martin Luther King. The black community, who? Al Sharpton, Jesse Jackson. They don't speak for me.
What about the leaders of Black Lives Matter?
No, definitely. They are divisive. No, sir.
I agree with you.
Your life, Mr. White Man, is just as important as my life as a black man. The red man, the Chinese man, the Asian man. But all life matters. And we need to get off this black or white thing. But no, the BLM does not speak for me. I see that BLM, Black Lives Matter, that offends me. Because you know what I think? What if I was a white man and I read that Black Lives Matter? What would I think? My life doesn't matter? That's just common sense. You know what I mean? All life matters. We need to stop making it.
He loves you, guys. I'm stealing that.
You can have it.
Well, I appreciate what you have to say. I appreciate you. Do you want to share Instagram or Twitter for people to contact you?
Oh, that's awesome. So you can go to the Jesus Saves Guy. That's what they call me, Jesus Saves Guy, like that. The GUI. My name is Sam Bethay, and this is Brent Farley. So we just come out here and tell people about the love of Christ. That's the answer.
I really appreciate your peaceful message.
And thank you for being out here.
Take care of yourself. Be safe, guys.
Brother.
There we go.
Jesus saves.
Nice people on the street there. It's nice to come out and speak to people, get their points of view. It's just, again, virtually nobody on the streets here today.
Jesus bringing you breakfast.
That's nice. Justin Trudeau. Yeah, nice message from Sam. I mean, that's a sensible guy. Good outlook. If we could have more conversations like that, perhaps things would be going better. Court of Appeals for Veterans claims. Well, I guess this isn't 13th Street yet, but I mean, again, today's live stream is going to be really more about just walking around and seeing what we see. I mean, they can't possibly be talking about leaving all these fences up. I think they just were saying around the Capitol. Oh yeah, now wait a minute. I think you can see the Capitol down one of these streets usually, no? I still don't know DC that well. So I guess we can hang out at a bar and look at it on a TV. That's quite crazy. Yeah, I mean, we're penned in here.
And her two roommates, they fight. So she gets
Got some army dudes strolling. I think they're going to be out of focus through the fence.
per your request.
See that? What is that? Police? Is that the Capitol Police? I don't know if people can make out that logo. So this looks like a dude in ninja black. Ninja dude. Yeah, welcome to the United States of America, where you have to be subjected to search and seizure just for being here. Wow, look, they got the riot stuff out. I'm detecting some radio equipment in operation. Military riot stuff. MREs I see down there. Meals ready to eat. It's just terrible. Is that Ted Lieu over there? Why would he be there? Would they tell you no entry?
Yeah, but the weird thing was is they're letting protesters in, you know, to certain places, like just small groups, like at the Navy Memorial, someplace else, down here at Freedom Plaza, or it's like the whole thing's locked down. It's crazy.
Are you from DC?
I live in Maryland. I work in DC.
Nothing like this ever before.
No, I've been to a lot of different inaugurations. I've never seen anything like this.
Pretty crazy. Thanks. This guy says there's someplace you can go to observe something or other?
Yeah, so go through John Marshall Park. Just up on 6th.
And then what's there?
Well, it's a First Amendment area that you can go to.
Sorry?
It's a First Amendment area that you can go to in John Marshall Park.
John Marshall Park. Okay. And what about 13th Street? Is that anything?
I'm not sure.
Okay. So not very clear messaging. It's not Ted Lieu. John Marshall Park is a First Amendment area, so the First Amendment is now confined to specific areas. That's interesting. A First Amendment area. That is a, like, social distancing kind of word. Wow. First Amendment area. That sounds like the place to go if you want to. Well, maybe I'll go over there, but then wouldn't it be crazy if I show up with a Biden hat and Trump supporters beat me up? I don't think that would happen, though. It's just so many police. Why did they not have any police at all last time? Maryland Capitol Park Police. That's an appropriate sign. It says scary. Well, I guess let's go to that First Amendment area.
So we're going to switch over to electronic soon, but I still have to write more text.
These guys are like suiting up like they're about to invade Afghanistan. Maryland National Capitol Park Police. So they don't seem shy about bringing in, you know, huge amounts of support from other police departments. Why did they not do that at all 2 weeks ago? Most of what we've got is a bunch of journalists hanging outside fences. And the audio continually screwing up. I wonder if there's some specific police device that causes that. Check 1, 2. Empty streets and journalists just remarking that they can't get in. So I don't know, everything that everybody was saying about, you know, huge delays and loads of checkpoints, no delay at all getting in last night. That one checkpoint that I showed. Do you guys live in DC? What do you think about all this?
Yeah. All right.
You like it, the army around and everything?
New normal.
That's actually true. You see, there are certain people who have insights that are quite prescient. I think that guy's right. The new normal. Cops asking you where you're going and how long you're going to be there, what your business is, searching you. Laura Loomer losing her right to exercise the Second Amendment. I'm very concerned about that. Let's see what the comments are saying. I mean, these are empty streets. People are going to recall 2 weeks ago you couldn't walk 5 feet without seeing 1 million people around. Well, Karen says, new normal, my foot. I mean, I know we don't want it to be, but I don't know that we're going to have a say. Please share this video, everybody. Social engineers are busily trying to shut down Crowdsource the Truth. Best way to stay connected is to become a sponsor on subscribestar.com/crowdsource the truth. Now wait a minute, I'm walking in circles here. Where is this park that lady was talking about? Subscribestar.com/crowdsource the truth or patreon.com/crowdsource the truth. Yeah, okay. So let's go back to following the map, which I had set to take me to. So where's D Street? I'm on D Street. Pennsylvania Avenue, that would be good. Capitol Grill. Is this 6th? It's just so damn difficult to find my way around Washington, D.C. I hate it. Yeah, that's 6th. So make a right here, but it's not going to let me go through there. Is it? No. There's a lot of smoke coming out of that one car. Good job, cops. Smoking out the place. I mean, I just feel like there's nowhere to go. Yeah. I don't know. Well, I have a map, but the problem is all the streets it's telling me to use are closed and I can't proceed. So I don't know where to go. Just almost tripped on somebody's coffee. This is just ridiculous. Do you guys have any idea where you can see anything? That's just terrible. You guys have any idea where you can go to see anything?
We can't see anything now.
Yeah, we were looking around.
Turning around. That's right.
Just kind of, because I think I've seen you guys walking, just walking in circles. Can I talk to you a little bit?
I'd rather not, sorry.
All right, have a good day. So everybody's just sort of walking around Washington, D.C. doing nothing. Somebody said, maybe this was in the comments or where did I see this? Somebody said that we're in the eye of a political hurricane. 4 years of Trump, this moment of calm here, and then 4 years of Biden. There's a lot of people who, even as recently as this morning, have been emailing me, telling me, oh, patience, you know, some magical plan is gonna emerge or something. That is a totally unrealistic and ridiculous at this point outlook to have. There is virtually no way that could possibly happen. There are a bunch of people here walking down the street, I guess thinking they're gonna go somewhere, but 6th and E. Let's see, maybe there's less stuff going on here. On E Street, maybe I can get through. Maybe Bruce Springsteen is there. This is weird, how empty it is. You know, I mean, even if we see nothing today, I think it was worth coming just to see this. You guys aware of anywhere to go to see anything?
Not that we've really seen it. Everything's like basically shut down, like one street down, pretty much.
Are you guys from DC?
Nah, we're not from too close by.
So what do you expect to see today? Anything?
I mean, we just kind of came to just be here for the moment. You know, it's been a interesting 4 years, so get some sort of closure out of it, I guess.
So are you excited for Biden presidency?
Yes. Yeah.
What do you expect will happen?
I mean, probably not too much changing, I suppose, but I guess.
Don't you think he's going to be much different than Trump?
I think he's going to be less embarrassing than Trump. I'll say that. I think he's just going to be, it's going to be more Obama. It's going to be more George Bush. It's going to be kind of just a return to the normal, I suppose.
And do you think there'll be any violence today?
I hope not. Yeah, I mean, I hope. From what I've seen, I mean, it doesn't seem like
so much army and police.
Yeah, exactly. It's crazy.
Just get killed right away.
Yeah, I feel like as long as people aren't trying to escalate things, it should be peaceful. But I mean, just in case, good to stay away from crowds, I guess. Yeah.
Do you think they'll convict Trump do you think he incited the riot 2 weeks ago?
That's a good question. I mean, it's like whether I think he incited the riot is kind of like, I mean, maybe, but it's like, do I really think that Biden is going to pursue that? It's kind of, I guess it's kind of, I'm kind of 50-50. I don't really think I don't really think Biden's going to do it. I feel like he doesn't want to ruffle too many feathers, getting into office, but, I mean.
They're saying they have the votes in the Senate to do it.
But at the same time, yeah, I wouldn't be too surprised if he did do it. It's like, I think
Trump's also got to worry about other litigation, especially with his financial matters, rather than just the impeachment trial. So I think he has a lot of that to worry about as well, not just impeachment.
Yeah.
Do you think he's working for Russia? Hillary Clinton was saying that he was taking Putin's orders to get people to attack the Capitol. Did you guys see that tweet from Hillary?
I did not.
Everything's Putin apparently.
Yeah.
He's got to be the most powerful man in the world.
I feel like one side's always saying Putin, the other side's always saying China. I feel like it's probably blown out of proportion a little bit. Whether it's whether there may be some strategic alliance, maybe there's some shenanigans went down in the past.
But haven't they looked at it for 4 years and found Mueller investigation wasn't able to find any connection? They got Flynn lying to the FBI about something else. They got Manafort doing something with taxes, but no connection to Russia.
Yeah.
It's weird, right?
I think it all was just kind of. I think it's all just a little, a little shady for one way or another. But I mean, I guess now it's in the past. It's I guess it's behind. From what I'm seeing, I mean, I'd like to see charges pressed personally, but
against Trump.
Yeah, but I think
for what?
I personally think that his rhetoric and everything he said at the Capitol was, it definitely was leading. It was definitely leading people on, egging people on, like saying, Rudy Giuliani saying. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter what Rudy Giuliani and those guys said, but saying you're going to go down to the Capitol. And
well, we certainly can't charge Donald Trump for something Giuliani said, right?
Yeah, but I guess him egging people to go down to the Capitol and saying that stuff. I mean, it really is kind of I guess just up in the air for me. It could be. I think that realistically, his direct words didn't really incite violence, especially his because he was banned from Twitter for tweeting it.
What do you think about that? Let's talk about that. Banning him from Twitter.
I actually think that I'm actually kind of against that, just because I think that Twitter and Facebook and all these places are the new public square, especially during COVID and stuff like that. So I think it is. I'm just against. I'm kind of against people being silenced in that extent. So I think that.
Did you see that guy on CNN, John Sullivan? Do you know who that is?
John Sullivan.
He's like a 25-year-old guy from Utah. He was with a CNN reporter. They breached the Capitol. And then days later, his own brother called the FBI and said he's the leader of that riot, that he's an Antifa guy. He was arrested and released. But he's still active on Twitter. And if you look at his YouTube channel and his Twitter feed, he's in there in the Capitol saying we got to burn this shit down, etc. They let him stay on Twitter and they took Trump off. It seems unfair, doesn't it?
I think it's. I mean, I think it is. I think, like I said, I think that banning Trump on Twitter was like absolutely overkill. I think that just sets a bad precedent for everything.
Doesn't it show that a private company has power over the president of the? I mean, it's dangerous for the office of the president of the United States.
Yeah, that is my. I think that you know I feel like I know a decent amount of people that would. I mean, I think I know a lot of people that personally dislike Trump, but I think I also know a lot of people that would be like, yeah, it is a little, censorship in any way to that extent is, it should be treated like the public. So I think that banning him was definitely some sort of overkill. Whether or not I agree with what he said, I think that banning him sets a bad precedent for what people say in the future. Yeah.
Twitter has a lot of power. They wouldn't allow the New York Post to tweet about that article about Hunter Biden's laptop.
Yeah.
They're censoring a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think it is. I think that I'm not crazy about some oligarch billionaire Mark Zuckerberg deciding what people can and can't say.
What you can hear and can't hear.
Yeah, exactly. That seems a little shady to me.
All right. Well, thanks.
Social media has changed the people.
Yeah, absolutely.
Times, that's for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, thanks for stopping and talking to me, guys. Have a good day. See, I think it's interesting and important to have some conversations with people, see where they're at with the whole thing. Those guys seem fairly reasonable, to tell you the truth. Here, look at the floor in that ad. I don't really know where I'm going or what there will be to see when I get there. I don't think this polar vortex ever really added up to much. Remember they were saying we were going to get a polar vortex? Not that I necessarily want a polar vortex. J.M. Park, somebody just said. Gen Z walking up. So wait a minute. So if somebody knows of something going on, let me know. Reefer Madman says Trump is a con man. Well, I don't know. I do feel like he's not perfect. And he had ideas that I didn't agree with, particularly about Communications Decency Act, Section 230. We don't want to abolish it, we want to enforce it. But I don't know if he's a con man. I mean, couldn't he have made a lot more money not being the president and had way less hassle not being the president? Like, he was already a billionaire. I get it that, somebody like Barack Obama or Bill Clinton, they have monetized the presidency, but why would a billionaire need to do that? Yeah, the hat helps people have the right idea undercover, exactly, just so that, people aren't, their initial impression is, okay, friendly guy, and conversation starter kind of thing. Perhaps burn it when I get back to New York. Yeah, so, I mean, everywhere I'm trying to go, you can't get through. No, wait a minute, I hear a bullhorn. It's actually not a bullhorn, that's just a guy whose voice really carries. Okay, I think I have an idea of why the audio might be. Right. Just do something real quick here to protect the cable. Should have done that. Whoa. It's the Army having lunch. So, yeah, loads of Army people chilling out here in DC. And this catering company doing a lot of catering. So we got restaurants closed and then catering companies coming in. All right. Well, here's 8th. Have you found anywhere that you can see anything? She doesn't want to talk. Yeah, I mean, there's just nothing down there. It is just eerie how dead the streets are. Please share the stream, everybody. You know, the Jason Goodman YouTube channel has been temporarily deactivated by malicious strikes from social engineers. They're trying to get it permanently deleted from the internet. So joining me on subscribestar.com/crowdsourcethetruth or patreon.com/crowdsourcethetruth is the best way to stay on top of all the live streams. What the hell is this? Kraken Axes. This place is the Kraken. When did this open? Did this come about as a result of, what the hell is this? Kraken Axes. I don't know, can't really see inside there that easily. Did this open as a result of Sidney Powell saying she's going to release the Kraken? Because, by the way, that did not work out at all. Who's ever in the portable toilet business is doing a great bit of business. Yeah, welcome to America 2021. Oh, this is the FBI right here. Yeah. Failure to begin investigations. Hey, FBI, why the hell did you release John Sullivan if you're going to keep the, Water Buffalo Lodge Grand Poobah? Not that I'm defending that guy. He is an idiot. And jail is a fine place for him. But why did they let Sullivan out and keep him in? The FBI. Total bunch of dopes. Christopher Wray. Oh yeah, Gina Haspel resigned. Why did she do that? And why didn't Trump fire her? I heard a story that somebody close to Trump told somebody close to John Kiriakou that a pardon would cost $2 million. That story does not ring true to me. I don't think Donald Trump would try to shake somebody down for $2 million for something like that, because he would have to know that it would leak out and he'd get in trouble. And I mean, obviously $2 million is a huge sum of money, but doesn't Donald Trump have a lot of ways he could make $2 million without doing something like that? It just doesn't sound true. And I didn't hear it from John Kiriakou. It was a very roundabout way. Check 1, 2. It was a very roundabout way that that story came about. Damn it! The sound. I know it sounds fine over here, but when it gets windy and if somebody else walks up to me, I can't hear it. I thought I had it solved. I'm going to try a bunch of different cables. Oh, is it snowing all of a sudden? Guess I polar vortex too soon. Might get it. Check, check, check. Check. Snowing is no fun for having to drive back to New York. Ah, it must be digital crap happening here outside the FBI. I just heard a buzz. I don't know if everybody heard that. But yeah, Kiriakou says Trump wants $2 million for a pardon. I don't know. I would like to see some evidence supportive of that claim. So they just seem to have sent that person away. So now it's going to snow. That's not fun. Is something else happening to the damn sound? Damn it! Is the army fucking with my sound? Check 1, 2. Check 1, 2. Come on. Check, 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 check. There we go. Okay, so the Army's getting ready for it to snow. Special police. Yellow Jacket Special Police. What is that all about? So this is police checking the Yellow Jacket police. So that guy got in. What are the Yellow Jacket Special Police?
Security company. Security company.
Security company. So we got all the Army and police here. Why do we need a separate special police force?
Always need extra protection.
I don't think the cops or the Army agree with you guys.
Why you here? Why you here?
Sorry? Well, I'm not wearing a police uniform and trying to get in. You can ask me whatever you want. I guess you slap on that uniform and it just wiseassery flows. There's definite radio interference going on over here. Now remember, they were saying that there's concern about people dressing up in fake uniforms and trying to do whatever. So I don't know what that guy's getting all upset about. Oh my God. It's surreal. It's hard to believe that this is happening. Pretty dead streets here in Washington, D.C. Now, people can also go back and see the video that I did of the Donald Trump inauguration, and the place was full. Even, you know, like protesters and whatever. Oh boy, so it's starting to snow a little harder. I'm getting more radio interference over here, probably loads of Army equipment being used. It's a real lot of Army people. And what do they got back there? Ah, metal detectors, because there are people who are able to get in. So, I mean, how do you get credentials to get in? Who got those? I mean, look at this. We're just fenced in on every side. Let's go back to comments. Does anybody have any advice as far as where they think I should go to try to see anything? J.M. Park, I just saw it again. All right, so here, I'm looking at the dystopian movie plot come true. Yes. Richard Allen says I'm going to go negative. Watch him. What is that supposed to mean? Freedom, I see, agree. Place is always full. Right. Patriot Party. You know something? That sounds like more 17th letter. Okay, so here we go. J.M. Park is next to the Canadian Embassy, right near the event. Mike Hitchcock says go home. Right. Mr. E. Shoppa, costing a fortune in taxes. So, next to the Canadian Embassy. Have you seen gas masks on guards? No, I've seen gas masks on people who look like they're Antifa journalists. Excuse me, officers. Where is the Canadian Embassy, this J.M. Park?
No. I am so sorry, we have no idea.
Aren't you guys police?
Yes.
Palmetto, where's that?
Florida.
Why are you guys here?
We're helping out with the inauguration.
Wow. So they...
You go that way, you could ask them over there, the security over there at the gate.
They're not going to let you in.
Why?
Because they're just not letting anybody in anywhere. So Palmetto...
Why is the inauguration stand for, you know?
I mean, I can't really answer that, but can I speak to you about it for a minute? Are you from D.C.?
Yeah, I'm from D.C. I've been here. I'm from Chicago. I've been here for 2 years. But
you ever seen anything like this?
Anything like this is like we became a dictatorship, third world country like this. If it's a blocking and stuff like that, it's become a Russia.
It sounds like you have an accent. Where are you from?
My dad is from Egypt and my mom is from Thailand.
Were you born in the United States?
No, I've been here for half of my life, but I'm a second generation immigrant.
And what do you think about how the country has changed since you've been here?
Country has changed since being here, you know, in terms of political progress, that they are democratic institution built by the 100 years of things that broken down by the I would say that thugs mark attitude and they rule this country with the one tweak dictatorship, you know, and then we have to defend from it was contagious by the dictatorship that one country which Trump initiate, you know, regardless of our alliance, regardless of our democratic country, and went and joined for the, you know, we have been long 100 years of, you know, I'm very afraid of, like, you know, this country will collapse. If its democracy collapse, everything will collapse, you know.
So what country did you grow up in?
I grew up in two culture differences, born in Egypt, raised in Thailand, and they are.
But those are pretty those authoritarian countries, aren't they?
Yes, those are corrupted country, authoritarian country, and now like this is America, man. We all, you know, the people that what we hear, the people that who came for the fight. Fought the aggression, fought the military dictatorship, and then this country is a land of opportunity, also a land of freedom. But this is, you know, destroyed by the group of handful of thugs, rich people, and then, you know, we have to stand on behalf of the majority of of citizen, right citizen.
And you blame Trump for that?
I blame the leadership. I blame the reckless ruling system. I blame the unconstitutional, unprecedented, moving towards of their own mindset of ruling system. This is their, but I appreciate, every administration from the previous, that even a Bush administration is respect to all walks of life and all walks of society. But we have a new Bin Laden in America. That's Trump. That's all I have to say. Okay,
Trump is a new Bin Laden.
New Bin Laden, new white Bin Laden in America.
Why do you say that? Because of the Capitol siege?
What I say that is, if somebody will announce and if somebody prays for the attack to the Capitol Hill, that is against with the nation, against with the people, and against with the republic. And then that's what he done it. And then an example of the dictatorships. So that's my little opinion. And all these troops have to sacrifice for no reason, and they have to spend more money, spend more time, spend more troops, and this is unnecessary happening in America, that I am very sad for these bricks. I'm very sad for these bars. The last 4 years I was in the last 8 years I was in the Obama inauguration, which is like free and fair society. And
last 4 years was Trump, you mean?
No, before last 4 years I was in the Obama inauguration, and it was very peaceful and very joyful. Right now, like, it's very fair and it's scary. Of like, Trump makes the doubtness. Trump makes ourselves together. You are, you have a different background, different accent, but doubtness and suspicious comes because of his manipulated mindset. But
I didn't doubt you or find you suspicious. You've got kind of a scary dog.
Generally, that who comes, among the population, that it becomes a doubt and suspicious because of your wearing a Biden hat and I having a dog and I have nothing else. We know that each other, that what we stand for. That some people that don't have anything else to tag up, but it became a fear of after Trump administration, and we're going to come over it, and we're going to accomplish, after having a little atrocity, little, disturbance of a democracy, we're going to reach for a generation. The generation needs a good leadership, and I think Biden is a experienced, diplomatic, understanding for politics, internationally, locally, domestically, and he will heal this nation. I will say that.
All right. Thanks for speaking with me. Have a good day.
Thank you, brother.
Take care. So there we go. Input from the man on the street in Washington, D.C. I don't know if that guy was very clear in his thoughts, but interesting input nonetheless. Excuse me, can you guys tell me where the Canadian embassy is? Thanks. Why? They're from TSA. What the hell are they doing here? So we had Palmetto cops from Florida. I mean, that seems like a long way to bring them from. Yeah, I know. That is. It's interesting to get people's points of view. Fluoride drinker. I agree. People think that's ridiculous, but changing your diet and drinking filtered water instead of tap water, those things make a huge difference. They did for me. Yeah, I mean, the hat was important because I just wanted to right away set people at ease and create a condition where they would want to talk to me. I don't have any plans of infiltrating anything. I don't have any plans of doing anything untoward. I just was very concerned that I would be recognized. I meant to wear sunglasses, but I forgot them in the car. And it's also, sunglasses today would be a little weird because it's sort of overcast. Yeah, exactly. You'd think they would know something, but I guess they're out of town. I don't know, so can't really blame them. FBI again. I mean, I'm just sort of roaming the streets. We're not going to get to see any inaugural type stuff. It was interesting. Somebody had a video last night of like Chrissy Teigen or some Orlando Bloom and somebody. And I just remember thinking, like, who cares about them? Celebrities. Oh, there's the dog walking guy there talking to somebody else. Thomas says, today we lose our freedom. I'm fearful that that might be correct. Laura can't buy a gun. She hasn't been convicted of a crime. They just decided they don't want her to have a gun, and they've totally taken away. That's one of her constitutional rights. Florida's a Second Amendment friendly state, and now she can't purchase a gun. She's getting death threats. Didn't somebody call a fatwa or whatever on Laura? These guys will have to know. Excuse me. Excuse me. Do you know where the Canadian Embassy is? What? The Canadian Embassy, there's some park next to it.
I have no clue. Hang on a second.
I could just put it in the GPS. Yeah, over Hollywood, me too. Flew plateaued in Ontario. That's amazing. The Constitution is gone. All right, I'll just find it on the GPS if they don't know where it is offhand. I always just thought the fire department would know. It's all right, I'll find it. Down here? I don't want to get too close to the truck because the radio equipment will disconnect my... It's down?
You walk down to 6th Street, you can right on 6th Street on your left-hand side.
Thanks. Cool. So I guess these guys are just waiting around for something to catch on fire, which hopefully won't happen. That Kraken restaurant is very strange to me. Rick Thorne says an EMP is coming any day now. What do we base that on? Joe Reb has face tattoos and is a skateboarder, and he loves me. Well, thank you, Joe. Listen, I got no issue with skateboarders who want to skateboard in a skate park. I just don't like it on the... You know, in other words, if you told me that you have frequent bowel movements, I wouldn't have an issue with that. But if I see you taking a crap on the street, I might have words for you. So it's the same kind of thing. Skateboarding in and of itself is all right, but doing it on the sidewalk where you could hurt somebody, I'm somewhat opposed to. Chimerica, somebody said. 501 Pennsylvania Avenue. Yeah, I mean, I don't think I can get anywhere near Pennsylvania Avenue because of all the blocks of all the streets, but we'll try it. We'll go over there. Oh, I think I've stayed at this hotel once. Or no, maybe they have one in San Francisco that I've stayed at. Can't remember. I am totally walking in circles. But, you know, where are the troops? Oh, they're all over. Did you just tune in? Manny is very against Trump. He thinks we got played. I don't know, Manny. I think he tried and failed. And that's unfortunate. I have to say, the failure of Trump to take any action against Twitter, I think, is one of the most substantial failures of his presidency, because it sends a message to every country in the world that a dopey app has power over the President of the United States of America. It's so bad. A bunch of unelected, 40-something executives at Twitter get to decide who has freedom of speech. Now, I see people on the sidewalk over there. Can we go there? They've got just as many places closing down around here as we do in New York. Interesting logo.
Did they at least give you jumbotrons outside the Capitol?
Didn't go after the election fraud in 2018. Cindy Minnie is right. He just missed a lot of opportunities. Clyde, come on. Anyone who is still counting on the 17th letter of the alphabet, I think it's time to really have a serious conversation with yourself. I don't believe that's going to happen the way you think it is. And if you do, there's really less than no need to speak to me. Wow, that was a bulletproof vested guy inside that black car from Missouri. So I guess that's a National Guardsman. I think they drive their own vehicles. This is a good place for Joe to have his office. Okay, here's 6th Street, so we make a right, it's on the left, so we're going to be approaching this First Amendment Park. Here's another tent in the bus shelter. Doesn't that seem like a security concern to just have random tents around the city? What's in there? Black pyramid with an eyeball on it. There is so nothing going on. I hope people are enjoying this. I mean, I sometimes feel like right now is one of the times where I feel like there's a lot less going on than I had hoped. And I don't know, maybe this is boring, or maybe this is a good way to save yourself a trip to Washington, D.C. K-9 police, a lot of police movements, but just no people allowed. I mean, I don't understand, with all this army, why don't they let people, there's a way to secure buildings and still allow people to enjoy a public event. I mean, this is literally like the installation of a dictator where the army is around, the people aren't allowed anywhere near it. This is not a government by the people, for the people, of the people. We're being corralled in fences here. So, I don't know, the guy said make a right and it's on the left. So is this the Canadian Embassy right here? Good. Do you know where there's some kind of park with a protest going on?
What's that?
Did you hear about some kind of park? They said there's a First Amendment area in a park somewhere around.
Oh, no, I don't know. I just got here. I'm just sniffing around looking for stuff myself to photograph.
Yeah.
And, what did they say?
Well, I just kept asking them, like, is there anywhere around
that people are gathering?
that you could see anything or do anything. I'm just like walking around, the streets are empty. And they said there's a First Amendment area.
Okay.
So you only have rights in a particular area.
Oh, you asked the National Guard or the police that?
Yeah. Different answers from everybody. Are you from D.C.?
No.
Where are you from?
Detroit.
And so what do you think about Joe Biden getting inaugurated?
Oh, I don't know if I want to be interviewed right now.
All right, no problem.
I feel like it's good. I'll just say it's good. There's, it's time to move on.
What do you think about all the army blocking off all the streets?
Well, there was that insurgency last week, so
I'm surprised. Convict Trump in the Senate?
I'm surprised it even happened in the first place. That this wasn't DC. I'm familiar with DC, and I know how it's built to be on lockdown. So I don't know.
Do you think Trump incited the riot 2 weeks ago?
I feel like there's definitely some sort of collaboration going on between many different parties. But
you think they'll convict him?
I guess time will tell.
Indeed.
I don't have much faith for it, but we'll see.
You want him to be convicted, but you don't think they'll be able to do it?
Oh, I don't think they will.
They'll just back down?
Yeah, I think so.
Mitch McConnell said they have the votes in the Senate.
Yeah.
That's probably just to get Trump to go away.
Yeah, we'll see.
Take care.
We'll see. History's an open book, yet to be written.
Have a nice day.
Yeah, you too.
Thanks for talking to me. Department of Corrections right there. So they're already ready to haul people off to jail. I don't know where this Canadian embassy is. I don't know where this park is. They're super ready to tow. Let's see what happens if I go down by the courthouse. Whoops. I mean, it's so dead. Very odd. Did that guy just give me the finger? Yeah, I mean, it's just, how do you get down there? I guess I'm gonna have to go really wide around the fence. Maybe we can get through here by the courthouse. Yeah, I mean, the GPS, I was using it, but it just kept telling me to go in directions that I couldn't go. And what does JM Park stand for? JM. If anybody knows what the actual name of that park is, hit me in the comments here, and I'll. 1600 Constitution Avenue. That's the White House. Oh, the courthouse is fenced up. Looks like you can't go in. Yeah, this is where Judge Sullivan hangs out. It's where Imran Awan was let go. And there's a big fence and a tent, and you can't get through. Jackass on a bike. Only sane person in the city right now. John Marshall Park, next to the Canadian Embassy, right near the event. All right, John Marshall Park. Let's put that in the GPS. And you know what? Let's get rid of this one. I kind of wanted to see the huge number of flags, but you can't even see that. John Marshall Park. There it is. Directions. It's a 6-minute walk. I guess I gotta go this way. You know where John Marshall Park is? Is it down here?
You're looking for 7th in Indiana? That place where they have the free speech?
Yeah, where is that?
It's like...
Have you seen it?
Yeah, I was there. There was a bunch of guys exactly like you.
Just waiting to talk to people and nobody there?
There's no real people. There's just press there.
Wow.
There's nobody.
But is it down here this way?
It's that way. So you're going to have to go to 7th and...
But they won't let you through there.
You know what? Go down there and make a right and ask them.
Okay.
Go down, make a right and another right.
Thanks. So that's interesting. That woman says, yeah, so I just basically go down here and keep making rights. So nuts. Whoa! Watch out for that divot in the sidewalk. Ah, here's some army guys. I think I've been by here already once. This has got to be the most boring thing for the Army to do. They're just standing here in front of a building that I don't think anybody is going to touch. Yeah, I've been by here already once. Did something just happen to the sound again? Crazy guns. It's gotta be hard to shoot with those heavy gloves on. Yeah, see, I don't understand how you can get there. What's going on over here? Do you know what John Marshall Park is?
I don't think anyone here is from here.
Yeah,
John Marshall Park?
John Marshall Park, you know where it is?
No idea.
Oh.
There's people recording, right? Live video.
There's a Hellcat. Right? Yeah. Well, I don't see how you're supposed to get there. It's a First Amendment park, but you just can't access it. This feels like the very first point I was at. Do you know where John Marshall Park is?
No.
It's just loads of army people waiting to shoot anybody. That's the corrections van again. mean, this is very, very empty for any city. More Army people in that van. I don't know if people can see it. Do you know where John Marshall Park is?
Marshall Park. I think that's the park right here on G Street, 5th and G.
Over here?
Yeah, you see the statue. Go to the left.
Thanks. That seems to be not what everybody else was saying, but okay. I think that was someone recognizable because when he saw I had a camera, he put his mask on. Well, today's live stream is just about walking around and observing how empty this is. Low energy. Oh, there goes my sound again. No? Okay. Just the low energy, empty streets. You know, this is nothing like the Trump inauguration. I guess he can make jokes about his crowd size versus Joe's. There's more Army there. Do you guys know where John Marshall Park is?
John Marshall Park, it's on Pennsylvania. I'm not sure if you can get there from here.
Thanks.
Oh yeah, that's on with the stuff. Probably
I'm not going to find it. I'm just walking around here. Every street the GPS tells me to go to is closed. Maybe we can go down this way. It's just unbelievable they wouldn't allow people to corral in an area where they could be observed by cops and Army and just let them watch. Ah, U.S. Tax Court. That looks like not a lot of traffic. This was like a barbecue over here.
Oh, okay.
Are you guys finding anything interesting to film?
Not really.
There's nothing going on, right?
No. It's
Dead.
just a
Dead
really
thing.
boring scene.
Dead around here.
I mean, it's a bunch of cops just laughing it up. And
Are you guys from D.C.?
I'm from Arlington. I'm from LA.
You ever seen the city like this before?
No.
It's unbelievable, huh?
Yeah, this is pretty crazy.
Are you guys excited for Joe Biden presidency?
No.
Yeah, me neither. I'm wearing the hat so I don't
Yeah, I
get
know
killed. You know me?
I think so.
You might.
Didn't you used to do stuff with Loomer?
Yeah.
Yeah. I used to work for her too.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
She just put out a thing. They won't let her get a gun.
Right.
What
I
state
saw
is
that.
she in?
Florida, it's legal. I'm Jason, by the way.
Steven.
Steven?
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Kim.
Kim, I probably won't recognize you the next time I see you, but good to meet you. So, it's totally boring. I agree with you. There's nothing going on.
Well, even the soldiers are just like I heard some rhetoric between some of the soldiers. They like walked up and he's like, "Oh, how's it going, man? Hey, what's up? What are you doing here? Just fighting against the terrorists." They just like laughed about it and walked off. The sentiment is just like this is a whole,
It's a big hoax.
facade to make history look like they did the right thing to protect the country against the MAGA terrorists.
Do you think they're going to be able to convict Trump?
I don't think.
I think they'll give up on that pretty quick.
I think they want him to go away, and I think they're not gonna. They're gonna want to let it die.
The fact that he left and that he made that exit the way that he did, I think that's going to be enough.
I don't think they want to rehash it because,
You know, it'd be like kicking a dead carcass, and then all flies are gonna come up.
They love that though.
No, they can't afford it. They can't afford it. I mean, they're afraid. They're afraid that if they rehash it, it could backfire on them. That's my theory.
I hope you're right. It wouldn't do anybody any good. All right, fellas.
Hey, you have a good one, Jason.
You too. Take care. Everybody agrees there's just nothing going on except the army standing around eating catered lunch. They've got to be annoyed. I mean, if you're a National Guardsman hanging out at your house in Ohio or whatever, and they say, oh, you know, drive to DC and eat some catering. It's just nothing. It's a diplomat-looking dude sitting in the back of that Lincoln. That's a Lincoln Continental. It looks pretty small. Yeah, I mean, normally for an inauguration like this, there'd be all these pizza trucks would be around. People would be in front of the parks all over the place, buying food, having rallies, doing all kinds of things. But now it's just the emptiest I've ever seen Washington, D.C. It's nothing. So Salty is watching. They've just introduced the rutabaga to the U.S. So, I mean, here we are. Joe Biden is the president. Trump lost billions from being the president? Yeah, exactly. John Marshmallow Park. Now, I don't think I'm going to find it either because I think I'm nowhere near it, and every time I put it into the GPS, it's telling me to go places that I can't go to. Maybe I'll just talk to more people in front of the blockades here. That looks crazy. How did this thing die? It's plugged into a huge battery. Unless it came unplugged. Hang on, stand by.
I saw that. A couple blocks down. Yeah, everybody wants the dome in the background.
Yeah, that's
Is the stand on this side or on the west side?
West. Yeah, the west side. I would say no. Depends on how good a camera lens you got. I don't think that one would zoom enough.
No, this one's free.
Yeah.
I think that's at least good.
But you could try.
Are you getting tips on areas to be able to see it?
Yeah, the answer is pretty much you're not going to be able to. Yeah.
Not going to see it.
Yeah, sorry.
You guys expecting violence today? It's quite a contrast to 2 weeks ago, huh?
Yeah, we just, we don't know. Yep.
There's nobody around. I mean, we had millions of people in the street.
Yep. Just remember to stay safe out there.
Nice. Always good advice from people carrying machine guns and bulletproof vests.
Good. Do it again.
Oh, wait, look at that. Sounds like somebody blowing a shofar.
Adam was named first, and Eve was second. You need to learn to submit to your husband. Stop wearing the pants literally and figuratively. He is the one that is in charge, and you submit to his leadership as unto God.
Damn, that's some internalized misogyny.
Jesus commands you to repent from your sins, stop being whores, stop getting drunk, get off the drugs.
Does coffee count as a drug? We're not Mormons, morons.
If you're paying babies, you need to stop it. Has any woman here killed a baby?
Women, raise your hand, women, you killed your child.
They say that as you're growing the baby in your belly, that yes, it is a baby, and your body already goes through changes, and if you in that pregnancy, you kill a life, and your own body turns on you. They say you have a higher statistic chance of getting breast cancer, you're going to get
So this seems to be where everybody is.
alcohol, and suicide.
God bless you guys. God bless you. God bless you.
Be broken, law on your heart.
Shirley,
Washington State.
Said it was Debbie?
Pastor, one more minute of your time. I just want to interview you on video, if that's okay. Tell me your name and tell me where you're from.
My name is Pastor Shirley Alexander McLeod from New Jersey, North New Jersey.
Tell me what you have in your hand and what you were doing with it.
I have the shofar in my hand. The sole purpose of the shofar is that we believe in God for a peaceful transition. We believe that the Bible says that wherever the trumpet song, God will fight for us. He said when we go to war in a land against an enemy that oppress us, the song, the alarm, He will remember us and save us from our enemies. And so we believe in, despite all of the negative energy that's out there, we believe at the end of the day it will be peaceful because of the song of the trumpet. And that's what we're here for peace and unity.
And tell me what flags are on your shofar and why.
The flag that's on the shofar is the American flag. We look at two colors of the flag. We see one seems to be very clean and one dirty. The one that's dirty represents the spiritual condition of America. America is very unclean right now. And God looking to bring resolve. He's looking to clean the nation. So with all that we have right now, with the anarchy and civil unrest, is a result of the spiritual condition that we're in right now.
Thank you so much, Pastor.
You're welcome.
It looks like we got an Israeli flag as well.
Yes. Yes, as well.
And the shofar is traditionally associated with Judaism.
Yes.
Are you Jewish?
I am not a Jew, but I am a Christian. And my Christian root is connected to the Jewish religion. Because Jesus, the Messiah, is a Jew. And because of the believer in Jesus Christ, I have the right to blow the trumpet because it reminds me that wherever the trumpet song, He will fight for me. And it's not just only for the Jews to blow the trumpet, but I believe as a Christian, you have the right to blow the trumpet. He said in Isaiah 58:1, make a loud sound like a trumpet and warn the people of their sin. So one of the purposes of sounding the trumpet is to warn the people of their sin as well. Not just only blowing the horn, but also releasing the trumpet of my voice. And that's what I'm here to do.
Are you looking forward to Joe Biden's presidency?
Well, I'm not here, to be honest with you, as a citizen of the United States, the Bible says we have to honor those that's in authority. And so I'm looking for the best outcome from Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. I'm looking for the best. And that's what we can look for.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Have a nice day.
God bless you.
Can I go your name? Your name?
Pastor Sherlin Alexander Hotel.
If we're going to fix our divisions, we must come under the only thing that cannot change, that is unchanging, and that is Christ. Under the principles of social justice, equality under the law, these are the principles that must guide us. Love of Christ, respect for life. The administration being sworn in today is the most pro-death, most pro-abortion administration this country has ever seen, maybe will ever see.
That's a lie! No way!
Absolutely!
That's a lie!
How so?
That's a lie, buddy!
How so?
Because if they make abortion illegal, what's going to happen is wealthy women like Melania Trump are going to hop on a plane, go to their spas, and they're going to have their abortions and nobody's going to know. The middle class...
And they should be punished for it. They should be punished for it. They are sinners. They are murderers. I agree with you.
Canada, or they'll go down to Mexico and have their abortion. And the women who can't even feed their children will be the ones that suffer that loss.
No, I agree. We can't just ban abortion.
Republicans want to have
I'm not a Republican.
They don't want to help with food and clothes.
You're right. I agree.
And healthcare.
We can't just ban abortion. We must help single mothers. We must provide assistance. The children suffer. I agree. I agree. The children suffer. We must help these children that are born into these single-parent households that have no support.
How you gonna God is going to judge.
You're right, they don't. They talk about it, but they never do anything. We need to provide tax breaks. We need to provide extra incentives.
What Biden's going to do?
If he does, it's a good thing. It doesn't matter who does it. This is nonpartisan. It doesn't matter who does it. A good thing done by any man is a good thing.
You were saying just a while ago. You're a liar.
No, how so? What was I saying before?
I call a liar a liar.
Okay, what was I saying before?
This administration is the worst, and it will kill and kill.
You're right. It is the most pro-abortion administration that we have ever seen since the passing of Roe v. Wade.
I got news for you. If you have illegal abortion, you're going to have more babies found in trash cans than are going to be aborted on a back alley. We've been there before.
You're right, we have. But if we provide incentives, if we help these mothers, if we remove the need for an abortion.
Do you have the billions?
I'm sorry?
Are you going to lobby for the billions to do that?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
That hasn't happened.
You're right, it hasn't, and I agree. You're right, it hasn't. We need to make it. They did.
They kept the money.
Absolutely. Absolutely. This is nonpartisan. The stance of being pro-life is nonpartisan. It transcends party boundaries.
You know who you are? You know who you are? You're the people that are around the world with a stone in their hand wanting to stone the woman that gave water to Jesus. That's who you are.
You understand that I am agreeing with you, right? We're on the same page. You just...
Pro-life with no mask. My dad did street ministry after World War II in the Korean War.
Who is he representing?
And he cared more about saving souls. Oh, yes. He was a Democrat. I'm for pro-choice. Okay?
So you support killing babies?
I don't support killing babies.
But you just said you're pro-choice.
I support women being able to make that decision.
You support women being able to make the decision if they want to kill their baby. That's what you're saying.
You get pregnant, and then somebody can tell you how to deal with your body.
The child's body. How about the child's body?
It's a fucking fetus. It's not even a baby after it's born.
A fetus is a baby.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is.
No.
Yes, it is. The geographic location has nothing to do with personhood.
Where do you get your hair cut?
Who are you with? Yes.
No one.
Nobody. What is your pin represent?
It's a cross potent. It's a Christian cross.
Okay. Okay. You're getting a lot of flack out here. What do you think that's for?
They disagree with me. That's fine.
No, you came out here to cause trouble.
No. I just want to talk to people.
What's the hardline stance that you feel you take right now that's getting so much rebuttal?
That I don't support the killing of babies.
Okay.
And
neither do I. Neither do. That's a misnomer.
But you support women being allowed to make the decision whether or not they want to kill their baby.
I don't.
So, but is that like the one and only? Is it just anti-abortion?
I mean, right this second, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That could change in a couple minutes, or?
I mean,
not your stance on that, but maybe.
Well, this is drawing a crowd, so it seems like it's doing something.
Real life. Yeah. We're talking about real life.
Absolutely, I agree.
You're talking about, when people are faced with these things that happen to them, it's a real thing that happens to them.
And we should help them.
And we don't.
But we should. We should help them.
Yeah, but we don't.
We don't.
And we never have.
I agree.
So you both agree?
We agree.
So, okay.
We agree. You get that, right? We agree.
Okay. So you have somebody who's
it works.
poor,
Conversation
has
works.
a couple of kids, and then finds out, oh my God, I'm pregnant again. I can't even feed the two I've got. What am I going to do?
First of all, having two kids and not being able to feed them, that should never happen to begin with. When a situation like that arises, that is when the state should step in and say, hey, we want to help these kids.
That doesn't happen.
You're right, it doesn't. You're right, it doesn't, but I'm saying it should.
Fantasy.
It should happen. Vitalis.
I've been at past migrations.
You guys are pretty brave being out here. Has anybody been bothering you with a Make America Great? What are they saying here?
Freedom isn't free. You're right about that.
Calling me a racist, saying that, yeah, he lost, which is true, but telling me to go home, get the fuck out of the city, shit like that.
Wow.
Hateful. I'm not doing anything.
Do you think that they'll impeach Joe Biden?
I hope.
There's a congresswoman from Georgia who's
Not answering any more questions. That's the most I've talked to anybody.
got it. Marjorie. I should remember her name. Taylor. Now, so that down there is the Capitol, and we've got a ton of riot-ready police there. How you doing? Wow, ready to shoot. Right over there. Quite a difference. So this is the Capitol Police. I don't know why they gave all these guys the day off 2 weeks ago. I think I read somewhere there's only 2,300 members of the U.S. Capitol Police. So that's a relatively small police force compared to DC Metro or NYPD or something like that. That cop just spit on the street. That's really, look at that. What is he, chewing tobacco over there? This guy's spitting up the street in the middle of a pandemic? You see that? That's the way the Capitol Police conduct themselves, spitting on the sidewalk? Isn't that something he shouldn't be doing? I'm just saying that guy over there, he seems to be spitting up a storm on the sidewalk. Pretty unbecoming for an officer and also not sanitary in the middle of the pandemic. You don't care. That's cool. You guys took the day off on the wrong day. And by the way, you gave my evidence to the defendant's attorney when I brought it in. You guys are incompetent, all of you. These schmucks.
Are you relieved there haven't really been any problems yet? You know, does that make you happy?
Yeah, that makes me happy. I know that there's some Trump supporters over there.
So there we go. We got the U.S. Capitol Police expectorating on the streets of Washington, D.C. And I just got a low battery warning from this camera. So, I mean, this is our First Amendment area over here. We got to see how the U.S. Capitol Police are able to guard the Capitol by standing there and spitting on the street 2 weeks after the fact. What disdain they have for the citizens of Washington, D.C. and the United States of America. I remain pretty disgusted with the U.S. Capitol Police. They are an incompetent police force, incapable of carrying out their one responsibility of protecting the U.S. Capitol. Pathetic. This might be the closest we can get to seeing it today. Can we even see it there?
It's a good file spot. Yeah, it's nice to look for it.
Not really. Through the trees.
They're always. That's why I'm not bothering with them. They usually have the buses before she pictures on this. Yeah, they were by the train station. They were over here. Yeah, they're long. They're
Well, there's the razor wire up there. I guess you're not even allowed past this yellow tape. Is that the idea? There's nobody up there, so.
Won't care.
Look at that.
Everybody saw that turtle with the straw. You haven't, go look it up. Not right now.
Congratulations, Joe Biden, on the most militarized presidential inauguration in the history of the United States of America. Doesn't bode well for the Joe Biden presidency. The sun is up now, it's a little warmer, so that's nice.
Miami. What was the perception, you know, if you talk to people back home versus how it is here?
This is just a bunch of independent journalists interviewing each other and some anti-abortion people yelling at each other and cops spitting in the street. I think I might make this an early day and head back to New York because we're not going to see anything more here. I think we've got a flavor for what the hell is going on today at Joe Biden's inauguration. Sparsely attended, exactly. My hat says Joe Biden. And that is so that I can blend into this crowd without getting accosted or beaten up or yelled at. There was one break in the broadcast when I came over here, so probably that had to do with a lot of people using a lot of bandwidth, but I'll put together a, I'm not sure what got lost there. It's like an Australian sheepdog, those are nice. But people will be able to enjoy the director's cut on subscribestar.com/crowdsourcethetruth or patreon.com/crowdsourcethetruth. Later on, when I get back to New York, I'll put that together. It's a great way to get a lot of sponsor exclusive content and to help keep Crowdsource the Truth going.
God wants to know you. He wants an intimate relationship. Let's go. And you get that relationship by trusting Him, by trusting what the Bible says. It's not by hearing what people are saying how bad you God says it's a curse for a woman who owns a nation. You better believe it. America is doomed to judgment, and it's just a matter of time. And when God brings it, no man can stop it. And He says, when His judgment comes, the great and the small, the mighty, the rich, the poor, all alike are going to be running for cover. Because when He comes back, into right relationship with Him. So,
fucking God. Your God sucks. Fuck your God. Fuck your God and fuck your Lord.
So you should be careful.
Go fuck your God. Yeah, I see you laughing, motherfucker. Go fuck your God too. Time out. Boo! One more time before I go. Boo, bitch! Boo! Boo! Nothing articulate to say. Go fuck your God. Fuck your God. Boo! Fuck you. Fuck your God. Boo!
don't find the truth.
Well, it's a well thought through argument.
What publication you with?
Just my own YouTube channel.
Oh, okay. What's your YouTube channel? I'm gonna follow you, man.
Jason Goodman.
Jason Goodman.
What's your deal?
What's my deal?
Yeah.
I'm a community activist back home in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Yeah, I'm a public speaker, freelance, paralegal. I own a nonprofit as well.
What's the nonprofit called? Racism Stinks.
Yeah, I'm the founder. Yeah, so. Yeah, I'm here, man. This is my third inauguration in a row. I had 121 years in prison.
You were 21 years in prison? You don't look...
121. 121.
Say it again, I missed it. So what's 121 years in prison?
Yeah, I was sentenced. I did 5 years, 3 months.
121 days in prison. No.
Years. 60 years trafficking ecstasy, 40 years trafficking cocaine, 15 years possession with intent marijuana, 5 years no tax stamp, not paying taxes on illegal cocaine. Make sure you pay your cocaine tax, people.
Wait a minute, so these are the charges that you faced?
That a jury of my alleged peers sentenced me to.
So, but you got out?
No, I'm still in prison. I'm messing with you.
But I'm saying you're
illegal search and seizure. So I had to get in the law library and find those hidden codes within the law to get to my freedom. New York versus Belton, Kelly versus State, Arizona versus Gant, Terry versus Ohio, Supreme Court case laws, search and seizure case laws.
You're like a lawyer now.
I'm a paralegal. Yeah, I went to school afterwards, became a paralegal. I worked in the public defender's office, several law firms back at home.
So, wow, that's a good story. So you were previously selling cocaine and now you're fighting for people's rights with the law.
True.
It's a good turnaround. It's a good story.
Yeah, man, yeah.
How do you feel about what you did? Do you regret it?
No, not one bit.
But isn't it dangerous to sell cocaine?
No, I wouldn't be who I am now if I didn't go through everything I went through. You understand? And so that's why.
But you would not turn back to a life of crime. You
never.
recognize that was a huge mistake.
I will never give those people the opportunity to do what they did to me ever again. I gave over power and control over making decisions for my life to 12 strangers by the choices I made. You understand?
Yeah.
And
you're
so,
like a role model for maybe misguided young people who need somebody to look to. Who, I mean, that's a great story. How can people find you? It's
Negro Spiritual on everything, on Facebook, Instagram, everything. Negro Spiritual 121.
And are you looking forward to Joe Biden, Kamala Harris administration? Didn't Kamala Harris throw a lot of people in jail with the 3 strikes you're out thing?
Yeah, she did.
Very hard on
I'm not, to be honest, I'm not looking forward to this administration. I'm just here. I'm an American. Since I came out of prison, you know, I went to Obama's second inauguration. I went to Trump's first inauguration.
How did you feel about Trump as the president?
I miss him.
See, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm wearing this hat so I don't get assaulted because I'm frequently recognized. And I miss him as well. I think that Donald Trump was trying to drain the swamp. I think he's an imperfect man, but I think he wanted to do the right thing, and I think that we're in trouble with this new administration.
Well, you miss him for different reasons. I miss him.
Maybe so.
I miss him because he exposed America to the true America, what really is.
Right.
Not just corruption. I'm talking about on the street level. You know what I mean?
The news and all that.
Yeah. Now, a lot of corruption has been going on in high places, and it's been happening since the beginning of the founding of this country. But what on the street level as an activist, police were shooting and killing black people before Trump was in office.
Yep.
Obama was in office, and
Why didn't he do anything?
It's not. My motto is we got to take care of us. I don't rely on the government to save me, to save my community.
I think you got a great message, man. I'm glad you stopped me. Have a good day.
You
Stay safe.
You too. Let me find you on YouTube so I can follow you.
So Jason Goodman is my name, and that's the main channel. But that channel currently has a strike. So you follow that, you're going to get to, that's me. And then this video that you're in right now, there. So that'll link you right to it. So that takes you to my backup channel. Subscribe to this as well, and you'll get the one.
Why you said it has a strike? They're trying to block you?
Yeah, they're trying to shut me down.
Yeah.
That main channel has 120,000 subscribers, but I can't broadcast on there for another week. Anyway, sorry, tell me your name one more time.
My name, I go by Negro Spiritual 121. My name is Baxter.
Baxter.
You can call it Negro. Let me explain Negro Spirituals for your camera.
Yes.
Negro Spirituals are songs that slaves used to sing.
Right.
Wade in the water. That song meant wait in the water until nightfall. When you hear the horses run by, then you escape and go to freedom. Follow the drinking gourd. Follow the Big Dipper, the drinking gourd with the North Star, so you can run north to freedom. Those hidden code words is what the slaves had to use to get to their freedom. I had to get in the law library, find the hidden codes in the law to get to my freedom. That's how I connect with the story.
You're inspirational, man. Thank you for stopping me. Have a good day. Take care, Baxter. Be safe. I'm glad we just spoke. See, there's a lot of ways that people can turn their lives around, and that guy's got a real inspirational message. I hope that many people will hear that. Here's another guy spitting on the street. That's disgusting behavior. Well, that was a good interview with Baxter. People taking control of their lives, their own freedom, their own safety. I mean, it's all we can do. Running low on battery here. Oh no, it's going up one notch, so that's good. That was cool. I like that guy's message. I was a little concerned at first when he was asking, you know, who I'm with and the hat and all that. Amazing story, yes. Good soul, right. People make mistakes, but that guy has corrected it. I think I'm gonna head back to my parking garage here. We've got a pretty good idea for what's going on at this Joe Biden coronation, installation, coup completion. And it's so bad. So bad. Yeah, please share this second stream that just started up. It's disappointing that it got cut off there. I was hoping we could have one continuous long stream today. I will put it all together into a director's cut for sponsors' convenience. People can go to subscribestar.com/crowdsourcethetruth or patreon.com/crowdsourcethetruth. And you know, I think most of these guys who are cops and soldiers, they don't care about the Constitution. They just care about cracking your skull if you're not doing what they're telling you to do. And that's where the thought process starts and ends. They have orders, they do the orders. They're not, I don't think, even able to question the orders, or they get in trouble. And that's the way they want it to be set up. So where are we here? First and D. So I think I need to go this way. Yeah. So anybody asking about the hat, I'm wearing the hat to be able to blend in and not get assaulted in the event that I were recognized. And also, just to invite conversation. I think we met some interesting people today, got an opportunity to hear their viewpoints. I guess that's really all we were going to be able to see. You know, the city's locked down. And that's basically it. Silvett says the United States died decades ago. Well, perhaps November 22nd, 1963. Yeah, Susan, this was a joke. I mean, again, it's one of those things where I have this friend. He's one of my oldest friends, first guy I met when I went to film school. And I forget what movie it was, but I finished a movie, I was talking to him, and it was just a disaster. I wasn't the director, but wasn't happy with it at all. And he told me that he's got his stages of filmmaking, which is, you know, you finish the movie and you got nothing that you wanted to get, and you sit at home, you say, oh my God, this is a disaster. It's terrible. Then you start to edit it and you say, well, you know, there's some things there that I might be able to do something with, and then in the end you come up with something totally different than what you wanted it to be, but it's better than you originally planned. And so that's the evolutionary process. I don't know, I had some idea today that I would come here and maybe get to, I don't know what, see more like people in the streets. I was thinking it would be sort of exactly what I did 2 weeks ago, but with Joe Biden opinions. And it wasn't that at all. I mean, this is, I've never seen Washington, D.C. remotely close to this empty. And even in that cluster where there were, you know, a lot of people, that I guess was the freedom of speech spot. That wasn't that many people. I mean, you get more people in Union Square Park on a random Sunday. All right. I don't think there's going to be any violence. I'm thankful for that. I didn't think there would be. And all these people who are saying, you know, oh, stay home, don't go to D.C., stay in your houses. I know people are, you know, just being cautious and careful and wanting to provide good advice for safety, but I didn't think there was going to be any danger in coming here. And I'm glad there wasn't. Let's just see how empty the streets are elsewhere in the city. So now we have President Joe Biden. I mean, I gotta say, it's very bad. Very, very bad. I think one of Trump's biggest failings was doing absolutely nothing about Twitter selectively, you know, deciding who gets to speak. Here's the Georgetown University Law Center. This is like John Podesta stomping ground, isn't it? Oh God, this city is so corrupt. Well, that's it. Complete. Biden inaugurated. Is he the oldest guy to ever be elected president? I think he is. Ronald Reagan was... Joe Biden's like 77 or 78. I don't think Reagan was that old. Oh yeah, this is, okay, so I'm getting close to my hotel. This is the military installation that I was greeted with when I arrived. It's bigger now. Yeah, how's that? The Army walking right in front of Georgetown University Law Center. So we got Department of Homeland Security, oh no, U.S. Customs and Border Protection. Yeah, I asked them yesterday, why is U.S. Customs and Border Protection here? And they said, because it's part of the federal government. And I said, well, how about the Postal Police? And he said, they might be here, in a wise-ass cop kind of way. Because protect and serve is not at all what they're about. It's more like oppress and be dicks to. Seems to be the mission. Luckily they're stocked up with Cheerios. Now this is a huge group of people here. Let's see what's going on here. Batteries got a little bit left. What are all these people doing here? They weren't letting anybody drive through here yesterday. That's why they were stopping me. But today they don't seem to be doing that. This is just all press. Aha, that's what they want. great image. Congratulations, Joe Biden. It's really amazing. Amazingly bad. See the Capitol back there. The Army. Very bad. Okay, I think very close to done. It's, what time is it here? Almost 1 o'clock. So yeah, got to check out of the hotel, collect my vehicle, and get on the road here. I don't think there's really much else gonna go on. Both Clintons were here, yeah. Not surprised. Hillary was there, somebody says. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, this is one of the worst days ever. Yeah, I may burn the hat, CJ. What's wrong? Oh, talking to them. I thought the cop was talking to me. Very sad, yes. Good cooties from the Biden hat. Somebody says, okay, I can cross this way. Yeah, I mean, we got U.S. Customs and Border Protection. I don't understand why. I think I must have gone that other direction. Yeah, I'm going the opposite direction of where I need to go. I think I need H. Yeah, thanks, Murney. I will. Yeah, right. I guess I approached it from this direction. Well, I'm glad in a sense that there was less excitement today than 2 weeks ago. I definitely did not want to see more historic violence. Wait, is that the right way? That doesn't really look like it. Someone's saying this building looks like a ship. This is Douglas Development. And look, it's got that same weird logo. Huh. Oh no, that's the same company, so I guess this is the construction company. It's interesting. I wasn't really familiar with that company previously. All right, let's get the GPS going because I just want to get out of here at this point. Is it down there or is it down the other way? This part's maybe not that interesting. Oh, I'm still half a mile away, it says. I don't know if we'll have enough battery to do that. New Jersey. Oh. All right, so there's New Jersey, Massachusetts. Yeah, I think I gotta go this way. What's happening here? We got sirens.
Oh, that is the news. Can't see that.
They seem to be in a hurry. That's probably just somebody important in a police escort. It's U.S. Capitol Police rushing somewhere. I mean, honestly, I just find them to be a joke. 5th and H that way?
Yes, sir.
Thanks. It's almost silly.
Click, click. I started with.
I don't really understand what all that police activity was about. All right. There's the low battery warning again. Well, there we go, everybody. Joe Biden's boring, stupid inauguration, coronation, installation. Welcome to the rest of our lives, everybody. I hope it's not what we're currently anticipating. I hope that people will stay with me and become sponsors on subscribestar.com. Huh. Wait, it looks like the police are all right there. We're not going to end yet. Subscribestar.com or patreon.com/crowdsourcethetruth. Join me over there, become a sponsor, and enjoy all the sponsor exclusive content. We've got John Cullen and David Hawkins coming up on Friday. Always two great shows with those guys. David's been developing an amazing new track here with the Joint Chiefs of Staff. He's got some really very interesting information about the history of that organization and Mark Milley. So here, they're going in to some white tent there. I don't know what that's all about. A lot of customs vehicles, customs officers, U.S. agent police. What is a U.S. agent police? I mean, if this really is the stupidest knee-jerk reaction that only underscores how badly handled it was 2 weeks ago. USSS, I guess this is Secret Service Police. I think I'm going the right way. H and 4th, yeah. Well, we'll see what happens when I try to leave Washington, D.C. having pizza here as if nothing's going on. The Army directing traffic. Look at the number on that car. $33. And then that weird electric BMW. I think BMW spent $1 billion developing that car, and then they realized nobody liked it. So that's like a waste of $1 billion. I hope I'm going the right way. I stayed in Chinatown because the hotels were so expensive. This hotel, this lousy hotel, cost more than the Mayflower 2 weeks ago. And the Mayflower is usually like $500 or something. You know, I haven't stayed there since my days of clients choosing and paying for the hotel in the film business. But it was less than $200 a night. And then now this kind of rundown Chinatown hotel I'm staying at is more expensive. Now wait, look at this. This is the funniest government accountability office. I'm sure nobody works in there. Yeah. No accountability, so there's nobody in there. DC looks great. Oh my God. Actually, somehow I'm on the wrong street, I think. All right, well, 1%. Oh no, I better end the broadcast now. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great day.